Hey everybody, welcome back to Path of Exile. Welcome back to the usual MaW. We're still doing map farming today. In between, this episode, this is still the same recording session. It's several hours later. I did some other things, and I looked into some of the crafting things for gems. I ran a couple of maps, gained a little bit of XP. You can see it wasn't that much. And a superior zombie gem fell. Do I have zombies up? I don't. I just want to explain this to you guys in case you're not aware of this. Most of you probably are, but we'll go over it anyway here. So, a superior raised zombie gem fell on the ground, and I've seen the superior gems before. I think we have a couple of them in here. Just type up here. Spelling that right? It's not up there. Yeah, I am. But so gems have quality associated with them, which I wasn't aware of. This you can see. This one on our second weapon here has no quality associated. Why is that? I might have the wrong gem in there. Very possible. Yeah, I'm a bit confused. This should be higher quality. I'm not sure why it's not. I went ahead and put quality on this gem. Apparently, this one's not the one that dropped. Let's just let me do a quick Google search here just to see what that was. I actually found superior gems POE. We'll have at least 1% quality. Yeah, I thought we got one, and maybe we did. Maybe I sold it already, and then I figured out that we actually want to do something with that. Anyway, a little bit confused why it's not in our inventory, but we're not too worried about it. It's fine. I think it was like 6% quality. Ah, that's weird. It's like it disappeared on me. Missing something? No, I don't think I am. Yeah, because that shows the quality there. Oh well, we probably got rid of it like an idiot. But anyway, so this is how this works. And I was kind of wondering how this was going to work. We're only level 77, but our gems are about capped. This one's level 21 somehow. I think it's actually, yeah, it's only 19 levels from gem. You can see the text there. I'll do anything? No, it doesn't show anything. So what you want to do is you can increase the quality of gems, and you do that by either finding a good quality gem, or you can put it in your crafting bench, or just put it in your inventory and do it. I spent all the gem cutters prisms, I think is what they're called, and each one you apply gives 1% to the quality of the gem. And every gem has a different trait that you get for adding quality to it. I'll pull up the website here real quick with the I think Ray Zombie, it's like 1% health and 1% speed per level. So our zombie should be 13% faster and have 13% more life because we have 13% quality. And there's different values for each one of these things that they do when you increase the quality. Yeah, 1% increase minion maximum life and 1% increase minion movement speed. What do these check marks mean here? Maybe the color. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it's the color. So anyway, this goes all the way up to 20%. Now, why you want to level 2? Because we're going to level 2 here. Put it on a different weapon. It's kind of a terrible weapon with not a whole lot of gem. Not a whole lot of slots. Actually, we probably want a 6 slotter to level up gems on the side, because you want to level these gems up, because once this hits 20% and level 20, which is only 19 right now, once it hits level 20 from levels and 20% quality, which is important, we use one of these Val orbs on there, which corrupts it. Now, corruption has a chance to do a certain thing to the gem. Let's see. This website has it here. There's four or five outcomes. There's 6 outcomes. Nothing happens, but the gem will get the corrupted tag. Okay? And you'll see why we're going to do it at max level and max quality here in a second. Or it can gain 1 gem level, meaning it would become level 21, but it would get a +2 from modifiers, 2 global modifiers, so it would become a level 24 gem at that point, which would be really good. Can lose 1 gem level, which means it drops down to a level 19, right? Levels from gem, and I don't think you get those levels back. You can't level it back up. Or you can gain up to 10% quality, which caps at level 23. So if we're at level 20, we can corrupt it, and it becomes a level 23 quality gem. Or it can lose up to 10% quality. It could go down to a 10% quality. I don't know if you can reapply the quality of the gem after it's lost it. But I think once you apply the Val Orb... Actually, I'm not sure. You might be able to apply it infinitely until it becomes corrupted. Once it becomes corrupted, I know you can't mess with it anymore. Like this helm, we can't actually do anything with this helm. Can't. See, failed to apply item. Failed to apply item, target is corrupted. We just lost our specters. That's alright. We'll get them back. It's okay. Whatever we have working there, our specters were living. So it becomes kind of a gamble to try to add levels to gems to increase the quality. That's how that works. Now, supposedly there's a way that you can take one of these gem cutter prisons, instead of using 20 to increase the quality, if you have a max level gem, you can turn the max level gem and one of these to get a level 1 20% quality gem, which means you would have to level from the beginning, but you wouldn't have to spend 20 of these. We went in and did this because I'm not really sure where that is or how that works, and to be honest with you, I'd rather spend the gems, the prison cutter gems, than have to level this all over from the beginning. But we're going to do that here, but it's on the side weapon. And the reason we're doing that is if we corrupt this, and I suppose if it just became corrupted, that's fine. If we lose a level, it's not so fine. Potentially. I mean, maybe if we just have to level, it's okay. We'll have to see how that works. And losing quality as well. The gem won't turn into a Val gem. Those are special gems. And there's a list of those. Let's find it here. Yeah, so you can take like Ice Nova, Flame Blast, and there's about 20 of them, it looks like, or maybe 15. That actually changes the effect of the gem. But Ray Zombie is not one of them. So that will not happen. So it's one of 5 options that could happen when we do this. And what we're going for is 23% quality or +1 to gem level. That's what we're going for. So that's kind of like a goal, and that's how the gems work. And that works for just about all the gems. I hear multi-strike is really important to do to add quality and increase the level. I guess it's really beneficial to do it because it increases these percentages here. So we're leveling up a second one of that just in case this one here bottoms out once we start working on that. I decided to work on this one just because I saw the superior one and I kind of looked into it a little too early and just started applying these here, which is fine. This seems like kind of a rare currency. Like we only had 13 of them. We need 20 to max out. Yeah, so I guess with all that in mind, nothing's actually going to change. We're still running maps. But we kind of have a goal for these gems. And that's something I can latch onto as far as improving our gear, because we'll always keep the gem. I added this, crafted 25 maximum life onto this. It's not great, but I just realized that we could do it, so we did it. Now, I thought these were supposed to be able to have more prefixes and suffixes. We only have 2 and 2. I think it's supposed to be 3 and 3, or maybe it's up to 3. Up to 6. So this isn't a very good chess piece at all. We're missing 2, 1 prefix and 1 suffix probably. Yeah, I think the idea is you want 5, and then you want to craft one on there that you have a guarantee to get exactly what you're looking for. And there's I watched some other crafting videos that the crafting's actually really in depth in this game. We've been battling for a while now. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Let's just jump in. Keep farming. We're still doing the same thing we were last episode. We need to get specters and our flag. And yeah. So there's again, there's always more depth to this game every time I turn around. And I think that's just the effect of the game being out for so long. It's been out for 7 years, and they've really. I can kind of see why they got most evolving game. Because it looks like to me they've They're probably terrible specters, but we're going to take them anyway. Those gems are leveling quick, though, I'll say that. Because we want a backup gem, right? That's why we're doing that. We want zombies. We want... What else are we missing? We're also missing our guardian here. We're going to take this kind of slow just to get our zombies up here so we're not running into the Delirium naked. Yes, really. Without at least our zombies. We have 8 zombies now, I think. I did go back and kind of brush through the build guide real quick to see if he talked about corrupted gems. He didn't, as far as I could tell, but I kind of skimmed through it again. I'm a terrible person. And we're going to do it anyway. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we're committed to that. There's something I wanted to say. I can't remember, so let's just go. It's just a nice little extra in-depth part of the game that we just discovered. Another thing to grind out for, right? Because you're gonna fail, right? It's gonna happen. There's a chance you succeed at capping the gems, but it's just another way to kind of eke out extra damage from your character, or extra utility, or whatever it is, whatever gem you're trying to modify. And to be honest, it's one of the few systems that's made complete sense to me. Even though it's not... Ooh, we're running out of the... Struck by lightning, okay. Even though it's not completely straightforward or intuitive, it does make sense once you read through it. I'm sure the other stuff does too. We just have to... In time, we'll get around to really getting in-depth to all that stuff. As of yet, we have not done so. So our minion should be 13% tankier, or we're just going to let it fall off here. I don't want to die for nothing. Our minion should be 13% tankier, and they should be 13% faster as well, which is 13% faster is nothing to sneeze at. And once we cap that off, they'll be 20% faster, potentially 23% faster. Which I don't know how their melee swings are determined, like if they can swing fast enough to close the gap in the next minion that's in front of them. But to me, it seems like I don't even want to do a Tane event, to be honest with you guys. It seems like speed is very important for zombies. Right, the faster they can close the gap and get in there and punch something, the better for the build. Get a little dicey here. It makes those gem cutter prisons. I understand that bit of currency completely now. I understand the portal scrolls and the wisdom scrolls, and some of the other stuff too. But gem cutter's prison, I got it. And saying that, I bet if I went to the Wikipedia page for that, they're probably used for something else. So there's always something, right? Which is what you want in a game. You want some depth. If you like depth. People don't like depth in their games. But those are more rare. I think I've seen those before and just left them behind. Thinking they weren't that big a deal. I think we have a ton on our other character too. You don't have access to because we're in 2 different leagues. So yeah, I have a definitive reason to pick those up. So we're going to be a little bit more careful about making sure we get those. Just a little bit. I mean, it's probably still more efficient to just blow through and pick up what you can and farm chaos orbs and just trade the currency. Like, you could always just trade for them. But I feel like if we're going to be in here doing it, maybe slow down a little bit, make sure we stay alive. And Tani's going to bait me in here. So we're going to do it. Yeah, well, okay. Let's do that, and let's do some blue ones here. So yeah, there's a common one. Yeah, we'll throw in 1 unique and a bunch of common here, and then just run. Play run from the Tane mob. We're getting lit up here. Oh, we're good. And so that's the thing about these corrupted areas. They drop corrupted gear. Can't modify corrupted gear, but there's potential to be some good stuff in there too. There's a superior gem, and you can see superior gems have... this one has 7% quality associated with it. And these gems level up really fast. You know, I wonder... since we have Ray Zombie on our second weapon, when we switch weapons, are these zombies going to die? No, but we did lose one because the gem isn't as good. But that's okay. This is already level 13. I mean, that's incredible how fast that levels when you're at... let's get our last one up before we go in this corrupted area here. Because why not? Maybe I'll show you guys a little bit of crafting too. Like, I'm still not a master of crafting. And I watched a guy do armor crafting, not weapon crafting. And the system in the game is a lot more complex. It's not really that complex. I'm sure once you get used to it, it's probably, you know, old hat kind of stuff. But for me, it's a bit much to take in. But it's learnable. I mean, you guys can learn it. And we're frozen. That's no bueno. Please? I don't think because we increased our zombies quality, I don't think that's why we're not dying right now. We're just going slower. Which I'm okay with for now. We'll get the yang of it. There's a ton of zombies there to that whoever's chucking elemental damage at us.
I need more mana.
I thought we were dead there for sure. These corrupted areas, they're no joke, really. I mean, we saw that in the leveling series, where we were doing some maps in some of the corrupted areas, and I mean, these guys bring the hurt. They really do. And I think the gear is actually good in here. You just you have a chance to roll beyond the normal rolls. I think that's how corrupted gear works, because you can corrupt all types of, like, everything basically, and that allows it to go outside of its normal roll cycle. So I don't know what this green... I need to figure out what our filter is telling us here by this. It just mean it has really good modifiers? I don't know. I don't know, we're leaving it behind. It doesn't look good to us anyway. Here, Val... something or other. So that's... okay, so you can see here, Superior Val... go. Yeah, that's this one. So this one gets the second trait of Val Lightning Strike. And I don't think you actually get access to the Val skills until they're max level, or max quality. And max level too, potentially. So you can see it's just stronger. Lasts longer. Yeah, it's just a better gem. I'm sure there's more to it than that. I didn't really... You guys haven't, well, I don't know. I don't know. We're getting the hang of it. Slowly. Slowly but surely. Picked up a lot of garbage that run. I think crafting for us, like once we get the crafting down, we'll be better equipped to figure out what is actually an upgrade for us just by looking at the the suffixes and the what are they called? Prefixes and the suffixes. What the different affixes are. We're going to show a little bit of crafting with this. Yes. Because why not? We got a little bit of spare currency to throw around. And take everything I say with a grain of salt, right? I'm literally just learning this stuff and nowhere close to an expert on it. 3,000 ample jade. This one into the oblivion here. Stay inquisitive, she says. Oh, so this is another Queen's Decree here. This is our second one. This is an end build weapon for us. Is it better than the one we had? No, this one's probably better. 38% maximum life. 31% increased damage. You know, in saying that, actually, I think this one's better. We want less life and more damage, probably. Yeah, this new one is bueno, but again, we don't really have the currency to start pushing this stuff out. In a useful way, anyway. We are kind of running out of space, and we could trim stuff down quite a bit here. And it's probably a meme how we're saving some of this stuff. But I don't know what to tell you guys. Orf. Oh, okay, so crafting, right? You put this in here, and it doesn't have an implicit modifier, which is not great. I think weapons can have implicit modifiers. I know armor can. There's nothing special about this one. I think I might have showed you guys this stuff too. So you upgrade it to a rare. We got a prefix. We add a new one, right? So we get a suffix and a prefix. Now the suffix is a split suffix where we get two things. We get attack chance to cause bleeding and then increased damage with bleeding. Those each have their own percentages. Well, maybe the 20% is flat. So yeah, fine. Then what we can do here, if we want to keep it, we put the Regal Orb on. We can get anywhere between 0 and 3 extra modifiers. Looks like we got 1, which is pretty bad. What do we? 3? Yeah, we got 2 prefixes now, 1 suffix. Yes, that wasn't very good. And now I think from here, gosh, I don't know. I think maybe you're supposed to use these. But I feel like that just replaces them. So I don't think this one actually. We kind of missed out on the opportunity there to get something good with the reverb. I think. I'm gonna have to really figure that out. I know I've seen it like 1,000 times now, watching guides and stuff. But we can still modify that by attaching something to it. We're not going to do it because. And I know what you're thinking. Well, that's not really useful. Yeah, it's not. That's about as much as I know. Higher tiers, and you want a higher percent. You find the tier that you want and the abilities that you want from here. You can re-roll the percentages in there. The affixes stay the same, just the percentage change. So it fluctuates in between there. So like 48%, be 40 or 49. But you can't increase the tier. These scours just remove everything and makes it a white item. This stuff's kind of self-explanatory, and we've been using that quite a bit. I'm not sure how you add how we would add an extra affix on here. Or whether this is just all comes from the Regal Orb. It's like... Oh, and you also want to put quality on these before you do it. You want to increase the quality. There's a reason for that. But maybe that determines how many prefixes and suffixes you get when you use the Regal Orb. I don't know. That's stuff I'm going to have to learn. And I will learn it eventually. By the time we get to level 100 and we're tier 1, we'll figure it out. For the most part, though, crafting, from my understanding, you don't really even do it too much on the type of mode that we're playing because there's so many players. You'd rather just farm the currency and buy the particular gear that you need. It's just easier that way. But in saying that, it's useful like in other places where you have to craft your own gear, like if you're playing hardcore maybe, or solo self-found league. Well, you definitely have to craft in there because yeah, that's all you get. Whatever you got, you have to make your own items. So it's a useful skill to learn, and it's a it's a good way to spend the currency too, I guess. Unless you wanted to trade up the currency to buy stuff, which you could always do. So bounce out of there. It's an interesting system anyway, and I think it could be quite fun once you really get the hang of it. Making your own gear and making it good. as opposed to just saving up currency and buying stuff from people. I mean, finding it is always an option, but I mean, the crafting system's in there to a little caught there. It's all right. Ouch. All right. I got stuck around the middle of that pit a little too long. Let's give us the chance to come down here and clean these out. But I think technically, if we wanted to, we could probably go on PoE trade and pick up the last of our gem cutter prisons to get or to trade chaos orbs for those chaos orbs. Yeah, chaos orbs for gem cutter prisons. Not really worried about that. We'll get it eventually. Just need to get 7 more. And then we'll corrupt our gem and probably have to start over, but hopefully we're there at that point where the second gem is ready to go. We have to. And that's my basic understanding of gems and crafting. I still haven't figured this out. I mean, there's so much for me to figure out in this game. I should probably take the time to read the help section that's in the game. I'm sure it covers a lot of this stuff and probably in a way that's no offense to people making YouTube videos, because they're doing a lot of them do a great job, to be honest. It's not a slight at any of those guys, but they're so used to how it works, and when they explain things, sometimes it's from a stance of prior knowledge, right? They're not teachers, right? They're gamer enthusiasts with knowledge about something. I don't know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Sometimes reading it straight from the person who designed it or works for that system every day is better. You got to get different. I still don't know how that game works. We'll have to figure that out. It's good to get knowledge and different perspectives from different sources, because then you can piece together stuff that might not even be covered in, like, I don't know. It just gives you more information, different ways to handle base understandings. There. What is this? The corrupted zone. Oh, I was expecting the wharf. Okay. Saying that, maybe that'll be my goal. Well, not in saying that, but maybe my goal for next episode will be to understand how that mechanic works for that mini game, so we don't just have to click through it and guess. There's a lot of long-running systems in this game from when it was, made 7 years ago, and the different updates they've done over the years. That there's just a lot of game to understand. We're working on it though. We'll get there. And like, don't get me wrong, guys. I understand the basic part of the game. It's just I'd like to be able to play the game efficiently. If you're going to be playing it, I don't want to be bad at the game. Being bad at games is not fun. It's not what we try to do here. If I took an afternoon and probably watched some PoE streamers, I'd probably learn a lot. I've yet to do that though. Where'd the seam go? Down this way? It's right here. do feel a little bit tankier. We are going to try to get to level 80. Yeah, level 80 before we start going up in the tiers. Probably still going to die every now and then. But, yeah, I'm just trying to get the most out of our time. I mean, if we're just going to go into tier 3 and continuously die, it just seems silly. I wish there was a way that you could set gems to auto level. I mean, I don't know. It's cool when the games automate some stuff for you, but sometimes they can automate too much, and it's like playing a mobile game at that point. Nothing wrong with mobile games, but you gotta always be careful what you wish for. Like, oh, it'd be nice if they did this. It'd be nice.
Like the phoenix, I will rise once more.
Nope, you're dead.
Oh, not pretty. Would you care to kick?
Know where you're going?
Too much clutter.
You're my kind of murderer,
I
Exile.
don't know.
You we could see eye to eye.
I think we're looking for information about something. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
No?
Drop that.
All right. I'll keep it.
Oh, this is Val Regalia. So this will be corrupted probably. Let's just take a look and make sure that that's right. Our assumption about this. Corrupted? No. So Val doesn't always mean corrupted. But corrupted gems that are, or gems that are corrupted are always Val. No, that's not true either, actually. Everything's loose and fast. Doing a little bit of damage here. Stay on the outside. Alleyway map. The game is really trying to bait us into the harder difficulties. I'm not going to take the bait. Maybe we'll try, you know, in saying that, we'll try, once we level up to 78, we'll try going up one level. And just seeing how that goes. We're not really losing anything if we die at low levels. Or with no experience points in the bar. Nah, that's terrible. Terrible for me anyway. I think. Let's just chunk all this stuff away because we don't. Looks like we're getting pretty good chaos orbs. Like 2 per map, which is not bad. In no time we'll be able to blow it on some item that we weren't supposed to pick up. I'd say we need about, I'd like to save about 100 and then get ourselves like a really good weapon or a really good chest piece. Spellschlanger. Yeah, this is where the unique tab would be really nice. Dash tab for uniques. It should be this weekend. Actually, by the time you guys see this, it probably will be the weekend that this stuff is on sale. So maybe even just past. If not, and you want to play the game and you want to get stash tabs, this weekend is good. Every 3 weeks they go on sale. So that is what it is. How that works. As far as I know. I don't think the internet would lie to me. But we weren't going to do a rank 3. We were going to do a rank 1. Map's fine. That's what we just did, right? We either did the pier or the wharf. I think it was the pier, though. Find out here shortly. No, we did the... Did the wharf. Orbit transmutation. Divine life flask.
Stupid dog, you are chasing your own tail.
Bit flat-footed there. Jeweler's orb now. Gem Cutter's Prison is what I want to find. I mean, I'll take anything. People probably watching this that have played the game for a while probably aren't interested in Gem Cutter's Prisons. From what I understand, it's not really a gamble you want to take. corrupting your gem. We're gonna do it because we're min-max nerds, and yeah, I'll gravitate towards that extra level, even if it's only 1% health that we get from it. We don't mind working for it. We just have to know what we have to work for. What are we trying to do? How do we have to do it? It's always my thing, and finding that out is usually the difficult part. These types of games, most games really, figuring out what the goal is. And if you think about this game, right, as far as min-maxing goes, because that's really what it is. It's a min-max simulator right at the end. Get by that. I mean, it's much more than, it's whatever you make of it, really. No, but that's the way I like to play these games. It's just finding out what that means. What does that entail? This is going to turn into like a 200 episode series, I can already tell. This should probably, in saying that, this is going to become a 200 episode series. We should probably parse it down. Ow. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. We're hiding in the corner, don't kill me. We should probably switch this to one day so I can play it in my free time and then just update you guys. Because otherwise, I mean, it is going to turn out to be a 200 part series, which maybe is okay. Maybe not. And just play something else. Yeah, the Pee-wee Friday thing, I talked about that. I'm still open to that idea. Doesn't mean I have to game a lot more, but that's not really crying about that. That was almost good. You don't want in. If it doesn't have strength on it, we don't even want to consider it. I don't really want that either. It's all garbage. Take it away. I think we're going to level up here as long as we don't do anything foolish. Yeah. Your map will do it. So in between this episode and next episode, guys, I'll make sure that I figure out how to do that mini game, so we're not just clicking buttons and hoping something happens. Because we've been doing that for a while with that event, nothing has happened. So either we're on the cusp of doing something good, or we've been playing tug of war with ourselves. I suspect it's a little bit of both. Usually is. Trying to hide back here. Hit him with the vulnerability. Silver coins, okay. Scrolls of Wisdom, probably don't want to... Well, the Essence are an interesting thing for crafting too. We'll see if we get a common here in this run that it's worthwhile hitting with an Essence. I mean, I'm obviously not going to know how to work with it, or if it's good, or if it's the right thing to do, but I'll just show you how they work. I may have shown you guys that. Ouch. Okay. Kind of got caught there. Caught on the wall. To get a little bit more Delirium farm there, I guess. I think I'm starting to understand how the fog works a little bit better. It seems like the fog only is in places that you haven't been. Once you start walking over the same spot, it goes away, and I think it slowly fades away from where you start to where you're headed. I don't have it quite figured out saying that. But it seems like you can have gaps in the fog. So, like when we zone in there, right, it should be... The fog shouldn't be there if it's trailing from the back, but it is there, but it's missing in the middle where we've already been. Corrupted area, you know how I love those. My favorite place to be. I have some Gem Cutter's Prisons. See, how's that one leveling? Not that's. I mean, that's a slow level to get to level 20. I mean, that's gonna take a while to level that up. So that's the big. Well, okay, we're dead. We're not going back in there, by the way. We're not going back in. I wanted to level up this episode. In fact, we'll make sure that we do. What was I saying? Something. Oh, that's why people say that. I think that's why people are saying. I can't really speak for them, but I can only say from what I saw and just speculate. We'll pick that up for drafting. Is so much lightning? That's so serious. Doesn't sound like people recommend that you do it unless it's like a huge increase to corrupt your gems. Because it looks like getting to level 20 just takes forever. I mean, maybe when you're at level 100 and you're running like level 161 maps, that lightning hurts so bad. It's not that big of a deal, but for us right now, leveling up another level 20 gem is it's pretty serious business. So, you know, I probably won't even attempt it until we can get the other one to 19, which is happening pretty quickly. Because the last thing I would want is to turn our, to have to go back down to like 2 zombies and try to farm stuff. Be almost not impossible, but it's not very fun. We're kind of hitting the fun stride in the game right now. Build a map. I hear what the game's saying. They're saying, don't you want to try the other areas? We do, we just don't want to die. And then fail the other areas because we can't get through there. We'll do it with the shield here, I guess. Sure. Drop all this in here. Quick, what is that? Adds quality that enchants casters' modifiers on a ring, amulet, or belt. So this is like a ring and a belt. It's like this for rings and belts. Yes. Essences, yeah. App. I wanna just give me a tier 1. Give us another pure map. Actually, let's take the jungle map for a little bit of change of scenery. Okay, so essences, right? You put this in here, and these allow you to guarantee that you're going to get the affix that you're looking for. I think it's a guarantee. Maybe it's not. A normal item to guarantee property to a rare item. We'll just do this. We're not going to keep this anyway. So you can see we got 30 strength, 30 dex. It's actually not that bad, I don't think. They're actually kind of low numbers, though. Yeah, and saying that, it's not terrible. And then we could put something on there, and that's... Yeah, essences are like a way to like guarantee that you're going to get something when you craft. We get a gem cutter's prism from that? Oh, chromatic work. Of course, and that changes the color. Yeah, reforges. Makes sense. Just by the look of it, you would assume that that's what it does. Alright, just trying to level. We should be able to level off the back of this one if we don't die. Like a bunch of bads. And we're not bad, so we're not going to die. What's the... Yeah, it's over here. Alright, before I do that, let's get the cartographer's chisel. And let's not die here. I gotta say, I really like the Delirium. I don't know how everybody else has been taking it. It's been out for a while now. Like I said, we should be seeing a new league sometime in the not so distant future. Which is another really fun thing about this game. Like, if you don't like this league or this season, you can just change, or just wait. You can just not play it too, right? But I'm really enjoying it. I think this is really fun. I agree with some people that I saw some people complaining that you have to run backwards, and we talked about that a little bit. But I think that's just, you know, the nature of the beast, right? There's going to be some ups and downs to everything. They can't really solve that unless they want to just. And some people were suggesting that they just hand you the loot at the end, but it's kind of weird. They managed to stay in the fog for better or worse. It's probably going to be for the better if we're actually going to level. I gotta remember our goal. Oh, we got a Ascension Trawler. Our goal is to not try to melee the mobs. Our goal is to run ahead and stay alive. We're gonna come back for that Ascension Trial here. Yeah, I don't think we can keep up with that. Not sure we really want to either. We should still be able to level off the back of this. Now, let's look at the time. We can still do one more. It's time for one more if we really wanted to. I really want to, so that's probably what's going to happen. If we don't level here. If we level here, we'll end it here. And next episode, I'll have that minigame figured out, so it's less... well, we can actually get that whole side thing moving. Maybe we'll do some mining, too. Take a little break from the mapping. We shall see what happens here. It's looking like we have to do another one here. Val Orb, okay. So, you know, in saying what I said earlier, it sounds to me like the Val Orb you can cast as many times as you want as long as the item you hit the Val Orb with doesn't become corrupted. Garbage. Which is kind of cool. Kind of sounds like a way you could max the quality on the gem too. Well, no, there's a cap on that. It's up to. Do I have the tab open still? Yeah, up to 10%. So if you have 13%, you could take a roll on it and just keep rolling it that way. Which we're at 13%, and we could do it if we hit the 10%. I don't know. That seems silly to me, actually. I just get the guaranteed 20 and then hope you get 3 or above, 3% or above on the quality. To be honest with you, we're gonna have to do another one here. To be honest with you guys, I'd much rather get I think gem level, because that increases the number of zombies we can actually run. That's tier 1, superior, but we're not that scared, are we? Think so. I see the lightning mobs are the some kind of elemental frost. Immediately, I don't want anything to do with it. Okay. We just need one bar. I should have just not done this, right? Orb of augmentation, sure. I see him teeing off over there. Please don't tee off on me. I think that little bit of extra life we did pick up on our chest piece help. It's only 25 life, but what about life is something? And our minions being able to move faster. It is helping. Every bit helps. And that's kind of the funny thing about these types of games, and where a lot of people maybe don't necessarily hit the parts of the game that they want to hit. Well, we lost a bar there. We had 2 to go. Now we got we had 1 to go. Now we got 2. That was the worst thing that could happen. Some people. I thought I had to sneeze there. Sorry about that. Some people, when they play these games, they don't want to min max, but and we're not min maxing right now. We'd like to though. We're in the process of doing it. That little bit of extra health, right? I mean, it matters. What's 25 health gonna do? But all that stuff adds up. We recover this run here and level up from this, probably, maybe. If not, we'll do another one. Lust orb. Yeah, less than 1 bar. That's all we need. So that there, kind of in the way. Up this way, yeah. We're going for 78, guys. It's gonna happen. Double check and see what level we were. I mean, these bosses are nothing to us, really. It's a combination of the Delirium and running super far ahead that's been killing us. It hasn't been real bad this episode. I think it was last episode was just, man, it was depressing. And we couldn't stay alive to save our lives. You know what, we're gonna do one. Well, saying that, I think this. No, that actually looks like a dead end. Let's do one more. We get time. It's another hour episode, guys. It's always an hour episode. It's the way it works out.
Stay safe.
We'll take that back.
Hello.
Spirit offering? No quality? Get out of here. Don't even talk to us. Don't even talk to us. 0% quality gems. We don't want to hear from you. All right, just got to stay alive here for just a second. We're gonna go to the Delirium too, because we're not scrubs. We may be dumb, but we're not scrubs. Just have to play tight for a couple minutes here. Ah, there we go. Easy. Couple minutes, couple seconds. Okay. Now we're froze. I imagine that becomes pretty big deal as freeze immunity later on. Actually, probably right now it's a big deal. Because it's so easy to die in that, really. Though we didn't just there. You can see how it would be. For sure. We have like a gem cutter's prison or a nice unique to end the episode. That'd be nice, guys. We got to push it to get here. We don't mind dying here because we've already can't go down a level. That's the nice thing. Well, scratching my eye and standing there picking up stuff. Just garbage. That's fine. Actually, I'm going to close. Well, no, let's finish it off. We're going to finish it off. I want the gear that dropped in here. I'm just going to end it there, but yeah, look at that. We almost backed out of here. Scroll of Wisdom. I want the superior gem that dropped. It's nice to understand what that means too. Just to see that that's it's like free currency kind of. In a way, it's like, let's take a look at it. We're not going to use deadly elements, but maybe on another character we will. So that's like 5 gem cutters prisons, right? That's on another build we won't have to pick up. Actually, pretty good if you think about it that way. I don't know what the preferred method is to trade in one at a max level. Maybe that's the way you do it because you get so much gem XP at like level 100, you can just farm it out easy that way. But for us, for now, spending our currency this way, that seems like a no-brainer to me. Just so we can survive a little bit better with better zombies and better multi-strike, which is better zombies. Been talking so much today. This might be the most amount of episodes I've recorded in one day. Maybe. It's up there for sure. It's in the trunk. It's gonna hit him with a vulnerable, but that's okay. We don't mind. Let's put in our skill point. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna finish this, guys. We're not gonna not finish it. We did want to pick up. Was it Juggernaut we had? Oh, we go in here and pick up this Bloodless. We gotta go down one more. What is this? 40 strength, 8% increased strength. Good. Alright, going back to the boss. We're gonna have to get resistances at some point. For sure. Sitting at. This is pretty bad. Which kind of showed you how much extra damage you take from those skills. The lightning is what killed us there, and that was 44%. We have negative 44% lightning resistance. We'd buy better gear, guys. We just don't have the currency. I don't know what to do. Oh, you know what? I just realized we missed out on that Ascendancy trial. We needed that one too. We forgot to go do it. That's what we should have done, and we would have leveled up. Potentially we could have leveled up in there actually. There's usually some skeletons that give decent XP, like in the end parts of those. Well, that's disappointing. I'm sure we'll see it again. Getting our last Ascendancy point would be nice. May actually be game changing. Get it? Val Regalia. Crypt armor, sure. Yeah, let's just head out of here. Fight these tornadoes. That's gonna do it for this episode, though, guys. If you like the video, as usual, drop us a like. If you want to see more from me than usual, MaW, hit that subscribe button. Until tomorrow, we'll see you guys with more Path of Exile. But take care until then. See you guys.